Hey Mike, here's a picture of a stick house or something.
Yeah, this is something we've talked about before. This is a little well, it's a little lean-to thing made out of naturally found objects on the bed of Gold Gulch Creek. There's a creek right in front of it, and we think it's actually a blind where something would sit and wait for animals to jump out and grab an animal by surprise. A halfway shelter, but not really meant to be a shelter per se. So the reason I've got it up here is because we were doing some research on this a couple of years ago, and I've never talked about this before, but I went up there one morning with Greg, the man who's holding the camera that's pointed at this right at this moment. And Greg and I went up to check out the stick house, and I'll show you. Here's a picture that Greg took with his digital camera. He snapped off one shot and then looked at it and noticed this strange phenomenon, and then shot another one, and there was nothing in the picture like this at all. We looked, our breath wasn't showing, so we really can't figure out exactly what created this this image, this white stuff that looks almost like ectoplasm here. And interestingly enough, if you look at it real close and let your mind wander, you can make out all sorts of faces in there. But anyway, it's just kind of a peculiar picture. I'm assuming it's some kind of an artifact caused by digital photography. If anybody can tell us more about it, be happy to hear about it, because it looks kind of ghost-like and strange, and you hear these rumors about Bigfoot being a shapeshifter and having all these powers. What's curious is that we had, this is from a couple of years ago, but just recently in an area where we recorded some wild screams, Bart Catino came up from Monterey, and he's got an imager, a thermal imager that was provided by Wally Hersom to the BFRO, and so he comes up now into Santa Cruz, and we go out with him and use the thermal to see if we can spot any of our locals. And we were in an area where we had recorded screams not too long ago in Zayante. It was about 4 miles from the museum. And it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were about ready to pack it up and head home. We had just heard a strange sound, and I decided to snap a picture of, this is a picture of Bart and Ralph, my two companions that night. And interestingly enough, the first picture kind of cut part of Bart off, so I took another one, and I'm shooting it in the dark. All I can see is black. And then I hit the camera, and the flash goes, and you see the two guys standing there. But what's interesting is this little bit of white phantom-like image over the top of Bart here, which is in some ways similar to this other image that we took that day. And I made a little drawing of it, and to me it looks like it's almost like a laughing Bigfoot face. You can see the teeth and the big cheek here, like he's got a big grin on his face. It's a strange curiosity, that's for sure. And I suppose this is once again some kind of an artifact caused by digital photography, but I don't know what to say about it. It sure does have an interesting look about it, though.